Not too long ago I picked up that 6-pack for the Genesis, and it's got a game on there that I really want to show you guys, and that is Streets of Rage. I really like this game. Normally I don't like beat 'em up games, you know, I don't really like, you know, Double Dragon, for example. But there's something about Streets of Rage. I just love this game. And I'll show you this 6-pack thing while I'm at it. And let me just plug in the old Genesis. And of course turn on the stereo, because what's a Model 1 Genesis without some lovely stereo sound? Channel 3, make sure you tune it to channel 3. We don't need volume on the TV, because obviously it's better out of the stereo. Oh. Not that loud though. So here's the menu. It's a little bit slow to go through, but this is the 6 games that's on the 6-pack. And here's Streets of Rage. Let me show you something first though. Going to Sonic the Hedgehog. You gotta press the start button to go into it. Now, you're in Sonic, but say you want to go out and play Streets of Rage. Well, I understand it would have been hard for them to change the programming on every game and make a menu. You know, like they do today, where say you just hit start and go to exit game. So then you'd think, well, okay, well, I'll just hit reset. So you're in Sonic the Hedgehog, and you hit reset, and it just resets Sonic the Hedgehog. So you gotta turn it off and turn it back on. Sit through this again. You'd just think hitting reset would go back to this menu, but once again, I guess that once it's into Sonic, that's what Sonic was programmed to do. And you know, they didn't go into each game to reprogram it. That could have been. So here's Streets of Rage, and I'll go into that now. Okay, here's your character select screen. I always pick Axel. And we'll start off here. The first thing that's going to happen is I'm going to waste a special attack. And the reason I wasted a special attack is because the special attack button is A. One thing I don't like about this game, I do happen to press the A button by accident every so often, wasting a special attack. You know, I think the special attack button should be C. That would just make more sense to me. But anyways, here we go. Like I said, I really like this game. I used to own this game on a Game Gear, and it's actually pretty good on the Game Gear even. And like I said, I'm not usually a fan of these kind of beat 'em up games, you know. So I don't know what it is about this game. The music is awesome. That's one thing I love about this game. It has really, really good music. The graphics are really good. I mean, I like the kind of style, like you can see right here. You know, you're out in the streets, but you got all these lights and stuff in the background. You know, I thought it was a good looking game, and you know, it's fairly easy, which is, you know, good for me, because I'm not, you know, the best at these kind of games to begin with, so. But anyways, this game came out in 1991 for the Sega Genesis. In Japan, it's called Bare Knuckle in Japan on the Mega Drive. It was also ported to the Sega Master System, which of course, it was also ported to the Game Gear. Like I said, I had this on the Game Gear. I would imagine that the Game Gear version and the Sega Master System version are the same game, as you know, or at least you should know if you've seen a few of my Master System videos or Game Gear videos. They are a very similar system on the inside. So there are a lot of direct ports from the Mega Drive, or sorry, from the Master System to the Game Gear. I mean, this game's basically a button masher. You know, you get lots of enemies on screen at a time, which is kind of fun. Two basic buttons, you know, are your jump and your attack. You can also grab guys, and you can do a jump attack. If you press both jump and attack at the exact same time, your guy will kind of do a back attack. So if there's a guy, you know, guys in front of you and a guy behind you, you can't attack behind you. But for the most part, there's not too much to this game really, other than, like I said, you know, lots of button mashing, figuring out how to beat some of the bosses, I guess. This game, of course, did spawn two sequels for the Sega Genesis, Streets of Rage 2 and Streets of Rage 3. And of course, now you can also download this game on the Wii Virtual Console. You can play this on your Wii. Something I didn't know until I was just doing a little research on this game for this video is that this game is also available on the Sega CD, and that is in Sega's Classic Arcade Collection. I wonder if the music's any better on the Sega CD version. That would be kind of neat to check out. Like I said, I really like the music in this game. So, you know, obviously the potential for even better music on the Sega CD. Another interesting fact about this game is that it was actually ported to the arcade game. This game is very arcade-like, and if you ever saw this game in the arcade, you would of course assume that it was an arcade game first and then, you know, ported to the Sega Genesis, but in this rare case the game was actually created for the Sega Genesis and then ported to the arcade. So anyways, that's Streets of Rage. Like I said, it's an awesome game. It's definitely a must-have game for the Genesis, and there you go.